Picture the Indian Ocean, endless, dark, and forgiving. For thousands of years, this ocean was a wall, a barrier that separated continents, cultures, and world. To cross it without modern navigation, without engines, without maps, would have seemed impossible. And yet, more than 1,500 years ago, humans did that exactly. They crossed 6,000 kilometers of open ocean from the rainforest to Borneo to the wild, empty shores of Madagascar. No Europeans, no compasses, no recorded fanfare, just wind, stars, and audacity. This is the story of one of the greatest maritime achievements in human history and how almost nobody knows it happened. Madagascar is strange. It sits off the coast of Africa, but it doesn't feel African. Its animals are alien, lemurs that exist nowhere else, baobab trees that look upside down, an ecosystem frozen in time, and its people. That's where the real mystery begins. Look at the Malagasy people and you'll notice something unusual. Some faces resemble East Africa, others look Southeast Asian. Their culture, their tools, their music, they don't fit neatly into one continent. For centuries, this confused historians. How could an island 400 kilometers off Africa be populated by people whose language comes from Indonesia? The answer would rewrite what we thought ancient humans were capable of. Let's start with the language. The Malagasy language is not African. It belongs to the Austronesian language family, the same family spoken in Indonesia, the Philippines, Polynesia, Micronesia. In fact, Malagasy is most closely related to the Manyan language, spoken by river-dwelling communities in southern Borneo. Not similar, not influenced by, closely related. Shared grammar, shared core vocabulary, shared structure. This isn't cultural borrowing. This is migration, which raises an impossible question. How did people from Borneo, an island of Southeast Asia, end up on Madagascar, 6,000 kilometers away across the largest ocean on Earth? To understand this, we need to understand the sailors, the Austronesians. These were the greatest seafarers of the ancient world. Long before Vikings, long before Europeans, they invented outriggers, canoes, catamarans, and advanced sail rigs. Their boats were light, flexible, and shockingly ocean-worthy. They navigated using stars, ocean swells, wind patterns, and bird migration. They didn't need compasses. The ocean was their map. From Taiwan, they spread to Philippines, Indonesia, and the Pacific Islands. They crossed distances that modern sailors still respect, but Madagascar, that was different. This wasn't island hopping. This was a direct leap across open ocean, skating the coast of South Asia, riding monsoon winds across the Indian Ocean. One mistake meant death. No rescue, no land for weeks, no second chances. And yet, they made it, not accidentally, not once, but enough time to found a permanent population. But Indonesians were not alone. Genetics reveal something crucial, that the Malagasy people are a hybrid population, roughly 50% Southeast Asian ancestry and 50% African ancestry. So what happened? As Austronesian settlers arrived in Madagascar, they encountered a late connected with African people from the east coast. By this time, the Indian Ocean was not empty. African trade networks already existed, linking East Africa, Arabia, and India. Madagascar became a crossroad, a meeting point between Indonesian sailors, African traders, and late Arab merchants. Cultures blended, language merged, farming techniques combined, spiritual belief intertwined, and a new people emerged, the Malagasy. This fusion created something unique. Malagasy culture carries from Southeast Asia, rice cultivation in flooded paddies, stilt houses, and outrigger canoe designs. From Africa, they carried cattle herding, musical rhythms, and social structure. Even today, Malagasy burial practices echo Indonesian traditions, while their oral histories reflected African storytelling. This wasn't colonization, it wasn't conquest, it was one of the earliest examples of globalization happening quietly, centuries before even European imagined crossing oceans. While medieval Europeans hugged coastline in fear, Austronesian sailors were already living in a maritime world without borders. So why isn't this common knowledge? Why isn't this taught in school? Because history is often told from European lens. European age discovery of narratives begin around the 1400s, as if exploration didn't exist before them. But Madagascar exposes a deeper truth. Non-European societies mastered the oceans first. They navigated vast distances, they settled distant lands, they connected continents, and they did it without gunpowder, steel ships, and colonial empires. Their achievement didn't fit the story history wanted to tell, so it was sidelined. More than 1,000 years ago, human crossed one of the greatest natural barriers on Earth, not by accident but by skills. From the jungles of Borneo to the red soils of Madagascar, they carried language, they carried culture, they carried knowledge, and they built something entirely new, a civilization born of ocean, wind, and courage, one of the greatest maritime achievements in human history that almost nobody talk about until now.